Hello everybody, welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about PewDiePie, the king of YouTube. Yes, about a few days ago, PewDiePie released a diss track on Cocomelon. Gotta be honest with you guys, that diss track was pretty fire. It was actually very funny and I liked it a lot. But YouTube does not agree with a lot of us and has decided to take the video down. So YouTube actually gave a reasoning for why the video was taken down. The reasoning for this was because it apparently violated two policies, their child safety policy and the harassment slash cyberbullying policy. They actually highlighted a few reasons of why specifically the video was taken down. But if you take a look at the policies and we just take a look at the video itself, we could clearly see that there should be really no reason that this video is actually taken down. So let's take a look at the first part, which will go with the harassment cyberbullying policy. They write here that one of the reasons was that it repeatedly encourages abusive audience behavior. And another bullet point states that it creates content that harms the YouTube community by persistently inciting hostility between creators for personal financial gain. Now, I'm not really sure what is really encouraging the abusive audience behavior. Maybe because there's a bunch of scenes where the kids were attacking a melon that represented Cocomelon. But I think the big reason is because in the diss track, PewDiePie does swear quite a lot, and he actually swears directly into the face of children in a big part of the video. Now, he actually came out and said that he didn't actually swear in front of the children. Yeah, he actually sang a censored version of the song when he was recording the video with the children.
I like how so many people had problem with me swearing in front of kids, and you have people playing the songs for their kids. For the record, I didn't swear in front of kids. We had censored version on set. Stop crying. You're a bunch of crybabies.
As for the part of the harassment policy that incites hostility, you could pretty much say that about any form of diss track whatsoever. In fact, diss tracks are actually one of the exceptions in the harassment slash cyberbullying policy for YouTube. As you can see right here, I boxed in the part that they talk about where it says scripted performances. Insults made in the context of an artistic medium such as scripted satire, stand-up comedy, or music, such as a diss track. Note this exception is not a free pass to arrest someone and claim I was joking. So not only is a diss track a clearly stated exception to the YouTube policy, but he's still being, like, I guess, held responsible for violating this policy, even though it clearly falls under one of these exceptions as it is a diss track. So now let's take a look at the child safety policy that he apparently violated. They highlight right here that content that targets young minors and families but contains sexual themes, violence, obscene, or other mature themes not suitable for young audiences is not allowed on YouTube. Now, I feel like the big reason for this is because of the fact that in the music video, there are kids. Kids are very prominent throughout the entire video. They are a big focal point of them. But just in case all the people at YouTube have their heads up their ass, I'm going to inform them on this now. Just because children are in the video does not mean that it is made for kids. In no way is this video like falsely showing that this is for kids. It's clear that in the beginning this is a music video. You hear the background music. It's a very short video, and it's just a diss track. That's all it is. There's a non-highlighted part that I'd like to actually go over because it feels like this part is a little bit more prominent in violating the child safety guidelines. But if you read it and you clearly look at the video, it doesn't really do that at all. But it feels like this statement is more prominent than the one they actually highlighted. So there's a part that says YouTube doesn't allow content that endangers the emotional and physical well-being of minors. Now I'm going to debunk that right now, because once again, as I said earlier in the video, PewDiePie sings a censored version of the song to the kids. He actually doesn't swear at their face. But another big thing is that in the video, PewDiePie and the other person in the video, Boy in a Band, they are shown using weapons. PewDiePie has an axe, and I believe Boy in a Band gives a kid a gun. Now, in the video, they have the real weapons. PewDiePie is clearly holding a real axe, and Boy in a Band has a real gun. But when the children have the weapons, they're clearly just cardboard cutouts of the weapon. They're not real at all, and they're pretty clearly just fake props. And even though this point wasn't actually highlighted, I just wanted to show it just in case this is the real reason. You know, YouTube trying to be a little sneaky and not really tell us the truth or something. Now, it's clear that YouTube doesn't want to see this diss track anymore because this tweet that I'm reading is actually a two-parter, and this is what the second part of the tweet states. Also, any re-uploads of the original, including full-length or partial re-uploads, clips, etc. will be removed too. Still, images are okay. dropping the Help Center policy links below it for reference too. So it seems that they're very much standing behind their decision to remove this video from YouTube. So it looks like we might not be able to get this back after all. We have seen in the past where, you know, us complaining on Twitter and proving YouTube wrong, it pretty much does get videos back. There's that whole thing back, I don't know, months ago when Most Critical had his video, a really old video removed for some stupid clip that really didn't violate any policies whatsoever. And we did actually get that back from a lot of us telling them on Twitter that their decision was bad, and also a bigger YouTuber, Markiplier, actually saying that this is a bad decision on their part as well. Now, I'm not really sure why this particular diss track is really, like, just this bad, apparently, to YouTube. I'm not really sure why they targeted this one instead of all the other many diss tracks on YouTube. Not only from just a bunch of other content creators, but from PewDiePie himself. I mean, why wasn't the T-Series one banned if this one is so bad? Like, I'm not trying to throw fuel into the fire, but why would the T-Series one be okay, but this one not be okay? Is it just because it had children in it, and PewDiePie is saying a lot of no-no words to the children's face? Like, I feel like I just proved how this really didn't violate any of the policies, but for some reason they're very adamant about keeping this video off of their website. Like, again, in my opinion, there's no reason that this video should have been removed. It's just a simple diss track. He even said that this was just going to be his final stand against Cocomelon. That's why he made this diss track. As sort of like the big finale to the feud that they've had. Which is not really even a feud at all. Alright, so that's going to wrap up this video right now. Again, YouTube, I don't understand the reasoning for you taking down the video. You stated your apparent, like, oh, these policies are now broken and this crossed the line. But there's, again, I've pretty much proven to you how he really hasn't crossed any line. I actually feel like he's taken a lot of precaution in, you know, not getting this video, like, flagged or anything. He did a lot to make sure that this video was, I guess, safe for YouTube. And again, I feel like I just debunked pretty much all of your highlighted points. I even went for a non-highlighted point in your policy. And you even have an exception on diss tracks in your policy. So I'm not entirely sure why you want to be hypocritical towards PewDiePie's video, but I mean, it looks like you're just gonna stay behind, like, stand your ground for no fucking reason whatsoever. Even if everybody on the internet is clearly showing how you're just completely false and how this doesn't really, again, violate anything that you've said. Like, I really want them to watch this video and just, like, realize, maybe they didn't violate any policies here. Maybe this video is just a simple diss track that we have fucking exceptions for in our harassment policy. God, the world's getting so fucking soft, dude. It's just so ridiculous. I'm gonna end the video here. Goodbye. And subscribe, please. I'd appreciate all that shit. Goodbye.